Boys are boys from the beginning. If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady.
Hey neighbor, today's special word is propaganda. Do you know what propaganda is? Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies dismisses critics of his decision to focus series on queer themes. Quote, "In dark little corners, people might argue, but that's not the real world." As it turns out, Russell's interested in engineering that real world. He discusses it right here. He was pushed for an answer by an interviewer here, and he says if it could speak about why the show is leaning into more intentional queer themes. And he says, it's funny because, to be absolutely honest, it's not that deliberate because that's the life I lead. Yeah, that's how Russell T Davies goes about his business every day. What you see in those Doctor Who episodes. That's just every day for him. Before toast, that's what he goes through, apparently. I wrote a series called Queer as Folk in 1999 that broke down many barriers, and I'm never going to step back from that. In fairness, though, no one's ever asked me to step back from that. Oh, okay, so this whole, man, we gotta, make all this media in order to protect LGBTQ rights. We've gotta make sure that the public is aware and alert that these people are being oppressed in some manner. Yeah, okay, so that didn't exist at all, apparently, right? Because for 20 years, you've never been told, could you take the hey down from 11 to maybe a 7? Nobody's done that to you. You just said so. Okay, so what is the gripe about this? We've got to get out there. We've got to earn votes. We've got to change people's minds. What needs to be changed? Apparently, since 1999, show business has been down with the funk you've been spreading. Let's get on here. And he says, and I think it doesn't even feel particularly queer to me. It feels natural. It's 2024 and we're all embracing this. No, it's being rammed down the throats of people who don't want anything to do with it. You can embrace it, but you're not letting me not embrace it. That's what the difference is here. Twitter might kick off, and in dark corners, people might argue, but that's not the real world. The real world is one of acceptance, and with battles to be fought, and votes to be gained. Think about that. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but when television shows, when entertainment begins doing the bidding of government, this is called propaganda, okay? This is bad. You don't want the government having television media spreading its word around. You don't want characters enacting what the government wishes people would do, okay? You don't want the government coming in and funding these projects and making sure that they conform to a certain political ideology. More nefarious than this is that he's programming people through the television show, okay? Consider, right? Consider what you've heard here, all right? That Russell T Davies thinks that there's battles to be fought over Doctor Who's queerness and that this will lead to votes being gained through the show. So I don't know where you come down on the political spectrum, but let me ask you, would you be comfortable if Doctor Who all of a sudden pirouetted around and started promoting Governor DeSantis's point of view? Perhaps maybe the Doctor regenerates into Eric Trump, into an Eric Trump lookalike, and goes about starting Time Lord businesses that help people and do good things. That he's not the villain and no, you wouldn't. Your head would explode. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself. You wouldn't be able to handle that. It's ridiculous. And you know it. And that's what's happening here, is Russell T Davies admits that he's going out and deliberately trying to change public opinion, trying to change politics with a television show. That's propaganda. That's not entertainment anymore. That's propaganda. When you socio-political engineer people's opinions and ideas and viewpoint of the world, right? Their POV, if you will. When you go engineering that through entertainment, that's propaganda. The word of the day, okay? Propaganda. However, Russell T Davies says it's pretty normal what he's putting in the show. It's not that that queer. It's just, everyday life for him, right? Okay, you heard him say it here. It feels natural. It's 2024. We're all embracing this, right? Well, you remember the actor who played Jinx Monsoon, who played the Maestro, Jinx Monsoon? Well, here we are. Jinx had this to say, and bear with me, this gets good toward the end. It says, there's a lot of toxicity around the gender and trans conversation. In the 70s, it was the conversation of queerness, the gay conversation. We overcame it once and we'll overcome it again. To people who are upset about it, boo-hoo, cry your effing tears. It's not your world exclusively. We all live here, so get over yourself. Yes, they're making programming for people who are less than 5% of the world's population. Indeed, get over yourself. That's right. Indeed, it's not your world exclusively. That's right. Okay. Now that we're clear on that stage of things. And then Jinx goes on and says this. I know a lot of people might not even watch this season of Doctor Who because it's taking such a decisively queer step. So even the drag queen is like, this is a little heavy-handed, Russell. This is a little heavy-handed, a little ham-fisted here. Feels a little heavy with the messaging. Because it says right here, they might not watch it because it's taking such a decisively queer step. Drag queen is like, I get it that you might feel a little overwhelmed. Even again, Jinx goes on to plead with people to say, however, if they watch it, I think they'll see that we're just actors playing characters, written by a guy who doesn't know anything about real life and wants to reshape the political landscape using a show about a man in a blue box traveling through time. And if they don't watch it, then who needs them? I truly believe that for every fan we lose to transphobia, we're going to have 2 or 3 more coming in because they're excited for trans representation. Well, it turned out to be kind of warm in England that night when it premiered, and whoops. Woke Doctor Who Ncuti Gatwa loses over 2 million viewers. Wow. Significantly down from the Christmas special and the 60th anniversary episodes. Whoa, that's painful, right? Well, and Great Britain news comes in off the top rope to remind us BBC Doctor Who branded woke and unwatchable as TV ratings plummet following the return to screens. That's right, they went under 2.2 million viewers. That's never happened in the show's history before. Congratulations, Disney Plus and Russell T Davies. I'm sure you're right, Jinx Monsoon. Any minute now, those people who want trans representation will be cartwheeling into the next episode. You bet. It was just really warm that night, so everybody was like outside in the back garden, laying down, looking at the stars, and not watching Doctor Who. But, it is what it is, right? I just want to remind everybody out there that if you're not watching it, that's fine. If you are watching it, okay, that's your prerogative. I can't stop you, right? I don't want to even, right? You enjoy this. Go ahead. I don't think it's going to last. If it does, it'll be astonishing because there's nothing to grab onto here. There's really nothing to grab onto, especially if they keep repeating the musical formula. It's really going to wear on people's nerves. But let me know how you feel about this down in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. And until then, good luck out there.